Comes a new challenger.
It's a mirror match. There's going to be a lot of pride on the line for this one.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Those aren't working here. Goes for the fireball. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Uncomfortable space here. Can they jump in? Goes for the low kick. The low heavy hits. Holds out with the block. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Burnout activates. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in.
Putain, fire.
Breather. Watching each other carefully. Who'll make the first move? The low! Manages to block the jump in. It's knocked down. Here comes the mix-up. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Oh, burnout triggered. What'll happen here? Player 1 can't use any crown zone from above. What a finish! Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes to hit him with a stopping block. The jump-in is denied. Opts for the throw. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? What's the play here? Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What are they thinking here? Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Starts with a jump-in. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Oh, easy tech. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Taking stock. Jumps up. Very solid corner sweep. Throws him. What's next? Both fighters planning something? Ooh, what's this? What's gonna impact finish? It was more than enough. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 chases them down. Burnout activates. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? How will they utilize this? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Not much life difference. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. What'll happen here? Jumps up. There's a change of sides. Looking for a hold. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Player 2, half this is gonna hurt. And whiffs. They're wide open. What now? Jump! Oh my god, they just choked it up! Player 2 has to pop some hard.
Merde.
Big gauge difference here, and both fighters are almost done. There's a burnout. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Quick medium uses their drive gauge. Drops that off. Good instincts to spend resources while they have them to tackle anti-air in the clutch. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Player 2 can't let the sit wall flat into the guard break. Amazing. Player 2, burnout.
Merde.
Did they mean to do that? Player 2 is looking at a grip turns out. Both fighters drive gauge all the throw connects. Oh, here we go. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. A jump? Throws him. How long can this offensive assault continue? Gets the tip with the low heavy. Player 2 survived that tense mirror match.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Overdrive. No good up high. Blocks the jump in. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Holds out with the block. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Does a good job of pushing back. Experiencing burnout. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Pressuring the situation with the charge in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Throws them to negate the block. Taking stock. Player 1 needs to use what little drive hits them with a stop and bop.
Oh, bye.
Burnout activates. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Looking for a chance. There's a change of sides. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Genius Freak delivers the pin right to their doorstep. All critical. What's gonna happen? How can they steal this win in such a precarious situation? From the low. Crowns them from above. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Off of me! A smart play to stop the opponent there. Shakes things up with a what a read with that anti-air. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Knuckle waits the low.
Merde.
Still scrapping for control of the space. Serves them a knuckle sandwich. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. This is gonna hurt. Connects with the throw. Smart play with the throw. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center state. Pumps the brakes on the impact.
Putain.
Oh, here we go. Somehow Van Holy drops that off. Noticeable light. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Gets him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Puts him on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 2 straight up outplayed them.
Oh, ça fait l'effort.
David and Goliath situation. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. They were expecting that drive impact. throws them to negate the block. Neither of them willing to back off here. Great block on that ambiguous cross-side.
Yeah.
What is he thinking? Checks with the projectile. The impact gets blocked. An aggressive attack. Throws him down. All right, what's coming up next? Impacts a no-go. So they break forward to pressure the opponent.
Merde.
Player 2 chases them down.
Putain.
That gets them. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Merde.
Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Barely blocks the jump in. Jumps. Jumps in. Pokes with a medium kick.
Merde.
Fighters planning something? Dashes. Looks to drop him to earth. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Blocks the impact. Charges forward. They quickly get cannon spike. Impact squat. The low. What'll happen here? Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback. Use a good heads-up decision.
Putain.
For the drive impact. What a finish! Player 2 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight. Scores a punish counter right off the bat. What a read. There's a punish counter.
Merde.
This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Trips them up. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. I can't keep track of these corner switches.
Ah putain.
Alright, what's coming up next? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. With this super art connect, big counter. Knockdown. They need to capitalize on this drive display. Burnout activates. Player 1 has depleted their drive limit, but they are still within range to win this round. In there! Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checking their reactions with a fireball? That drive impact is blocked. Hits them with a stopping block. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Yo, put that away. Knockdown and blocks the low heavy. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Sure you can?
Merde.
What'll happen here? Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Blocks it. Whips with that huge attack. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 will connect with the throw. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Throw is denied. What a read. Low heavy. Player 1 crowns him from above. Okay, he crashes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Sit down and shut up.
T'as la chance qu'il a eu quoi.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Who's going to steal this? Oh my god, they just choked it up. With vital parry. Goes for the super art early to try and establish a big, tries to act quickly, but
Merde.
Player 2 with the lead. Will they drop some hard? What are they gonna do? Both fighters are desperate for meters. The drive impact doesn't work. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. This can lead to some big damage. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? A real test of next with the
Putain.
throw. Looking for a D9. Keeps cool and locks him out. There's a burnout. Breaks through with the throw. Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. This is gonna hurt. Doesn't miss a beat. Oh, they're in the corner now. Nice counter. Well-timed corner switch. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Takes a trip. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Knockdown. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Jumps up.
Merde.
Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Each hit is so important here. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Will this super art connect? Player 2 has the meter lead. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burn. Oh, burnout triggered! Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Oh, snipe! Sets up with the jump in! Player 1 needs to use the front of the court. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. But crowns them from above! What were they thinking? Reads the jump in perfectly. Gotta do better than that. He tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Blocks the low kick. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player 1 can't use any drive. Medium kick.
Ah, putain.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opens with a jump in. Impact. Squash. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Player 2 will look to connect with the throw. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Excellent block.
Ah, putain.
Is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Crowns them from above. Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. A jump in knocks them out of the air. Finds the target. They're taking a step back to slow down. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Low heavy, but no go. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with raw super art incoming. Perfect execution with the anti-air. A real baits out the low kick. They didn't take the throw.
Putain, la chance qu'il a eu, quoi.
Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the best. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Nothing stops this train.
Merde.
Uses the target combo as a filler. Checks them with the projectile. They hit each other. Still slugging it out here. The drive parry was successful. Strings it all together. Misses the drive impact. Can't tech the throw. Knockdown. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. Will this super art connect? This Dragon Lash Flame could be big. Player 1 has depleted their drive in there. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate jumping. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Jumps up. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 can build off this lead. Checks him with the projectile. Blocks it. Gets the jump in. Smart play with the throw. This burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Still slugging it out at this range. Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 2 gained a hard-fought victory there.
comes a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Got it. Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checks with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. On dangerous turf.
Merde.
Easy to get tagged at this range. Tons of drive and health to work with. The move whip
Putain.
will get nailed with the punch counter. What's the play here? Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? Deftly shuts out the jumper. Both sides looking for an opening. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. Handily escapes the throw. Knockdown. Got their eye on the air. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the...
Putain, j'ai raté.
The jump-in is denied. Taking stock. KO.
Putain, j'ai raté ça.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Checks him with the projectile. Long low attack hits. Was looking for that jump attack. Jumps in, hits him with a
Merde.
stopping block. Drive gauge is looking back.
Ah,
What do
putain.
they do now? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Not much life difference. Throws a fireball. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Drops them. This is gonna hurt. Jump. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they going to get them with a quick low kick? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opens with a jump in. Drops that off. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Air money don't make no money. Spins it off with a Shinryu Ripper. The super connects. They're using a fireball, but can this drive bring them back? Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Okay, here we go. These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna take it? Drops that off. Bends the meter.
Merde.
Gotta do better than that. A jump in? Excellent block. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. No! Straight up the line now? Ugh, take a seat. They gotta find something to work with here. What are they gonna do? They gotta dig down deep here. Opens them right up. Player 1 reaches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Close range projectile. Gets scooped from down low. Decides to meet them in the air. Taking stock.
Merde.
The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? All right. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Does a good job of pushing back. Takes a trip. Whiffs the throw. Shoots off a fireball up close. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drop. This is gonna be bad news. So, what's next? There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Are they thinking about how to seal this round? Rough tap to close it. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Overdrive Hadouken. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They continue to battle it out in the middle of the stage. They got to make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable.
Merde. Putain.
Anti-air drops him. Oh, what's this? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish.
Je m'en doutais elle allait faire ça.
Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 1 needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. Barely blocks the jump in. Are we gonna see a comeback here? In there! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Knocked them out of the air.
Merde.
This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. The match just started. The low. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage.
Merde.
Perfect execution with the anti-air. Hopes with it gotta do better than that. What are they gonna do? Cross out the OD Hadouken. Neither fighter is showing any signs of that low heavy. Super art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Hit them down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.